Billionaire Romance Shifter Underworld 4-part Wolf Box Set. Written by Cynthia Mendoza. Narrated by Clara Nipper.
Billionaire Romance Shifter Underworld Prologue. The Late Night Escort. Written by Cynthia Mendoza. Narrated by Clara Nipper. Sounds Good Studios. Prologue. The Late Night Escort. The sound of her alarm was shrill and entirely unwelcoming. Kara stretched, fumbling around on the nightstand for her cell phone without opening her eyes, hitting the snooze clumsily. She rolled over, gathering the blankets around her. It was too early to be up. But the alarm went off again, and she slowly opened her eyes this time, swiping her alarm to off. The room was dark and silent, thanks to her blackout curtains. She swung her legs out of bed, standing up and reaching for the curtains, bracing herself for the flood of light. In her room, as long as the curtains were drawn, it was nighttime. Outside, it was a bustling, energetic 2 p.m., traffic and sunlight and all. She sometimes thought that she would never get used to these hours. It was, truly, the only part of her job she really didn't enjoy. Blinking her eyes against the afternoon light, she fixed the curtains in place and sat down at her desk to check her emails for the night's client list. By now, all the background checks would have gone through, and her Friday night dance card would undoubtedly be full. To her surprise, though, there was only one email in her inbox. Brow furrowed, she opened it. Kara, I know this is highly unusual, but a client has requested your time for the entire evening tonight, from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. He also requested that you not see any other clients in the hours until 10, and offered to pay for those hours as well as the ones he has requested you for. I let him know that usually you only meet clients for a maximum of 2 hours, but the amount he offered for your time was, well, he offered triple your usual rate. I did a thorough check on him, and although there is some activity, it appears to be more of a business nature, if you catch my meaning. I'm sure that he checks out as a client. He did have some very specific requests for you. He sent a package for you with all of the items that he wishes for you to wear tonight. I've had it sent to your apartment. If you choose not to take the appointment, I'll be sure they are returned to him. I thought that you probably would choose to take it, though. He also mentioned that he has some unusual tastes. From the way he phrased it, I would guess he's into some kink or BDSM. He did mention that he would give you a safe word at some point throughout the night. Let me know if anything seems wrong to you, or if you would rather not meet with him. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume you're keeping the appointment. Thank you, Elena. Kara blinked at the screen. All night? Triple the usual amount? She didn't consider turning it down for a second. It was too much money to refuse, and Elena had never sent her a dangerous client yet. If she thought that none of his criminal activity was dangerous to a call girl, then Kara was sure it wasn't. She was curious about the package, though. She stood and took her long black silk robe off the coat tree it hung on and swung it over the cotton camisole and panties she usually slept in, heading to her front door. Just as Elena had said, there were 3 long white boxes and a smaller black box sitting at the front of her door. She gathered them up and took them back to her bedroom, spreading them out on the bed. She opened the biggest box first. Inside, nestled in fragile tissue, was a floor-length black velvet dress with thin spaghetti straps. There was a deep V in the front, but the collar was a high Mandarin style. It was a difficult style to pull off, one that only a thin woman with a delicate face would look good in. He had chosen it specifically for her. The second box contained a pile of thick plush fur. When she pulled it out, she realized it was a waist-length coat. It was a glorious mixture of browns and blacks, clearly meant to keep her warm in the cold January air outside. She ran her hand across it once more, fingers sinking into the fur, and then she laid it aside as well. The third box contained lingerie. The first item she pulled out was a black corset with lace overlay, lace so fine that she couldn't imagine how much it had cost. The corset wasn't any cheap sex shop construction either. The boning was steel all around, with heavy corded laces running through the steel grommets in the back. Below it was a pair.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?